I'm Lara. We'll be doing a Vinyasa flow class. So today go ahead and get started in a meditation seat. So find your most comfortable seat. You can sit with your legs crossed, you can sit on top of your shins or use a prop. And start to let your eyes relax closed as you find your seat. Ground through sitting bones and find energy that lengthens up through the spine all the way through the crown of the head, encouraging a nice tall spine. And as your spine is tall, keeping you nice and strong, at the same time, soften the shoulders down away from the ears. Find that slight widening across the chest and collarbones. And just find stillness. Find a sense of ease, find a sense of grounding. And see if anything comes to mind for an intention for your practice today. If there's anything you'd like to dedicate to your practice, go ahead and create that intention. And from here, take a full breath in through the nose and sigh it out through the mouth, let it go. And then again, inhale through the nose, and now keep your lips sealed and breathe out through the nose as well. And keeping your lips sealed, just start to take your breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. And although the breath is traveling in and out through the nose, feel like you're generating your breath at the back of the throat. Hold a little bit of constriction there so that you create sound and texture in the breath. And this is the Ujjayi breath, the victorious breath. We'll try to keep this rhythm of breath throughout our practice. And the breath will become a soundtrack for our movements. Stay with this breath, gently open the eyes back up. And then on your next inhale, circle your arms out and around, touch your palms overhead at the top of the breath. And then as you exhale, open your elbows out to the sides and gently take your fingertips to the back of the head. And just sitting up tall here, feel the elbows widening out, spreading open across the chest, and at the same time, find a little bit of hugging in through the lower ribs and through the core. So you're not puffing your chest out too much, and feel the sensation of openness across the chest, across the shoulders. Good. Keep your tall spine, reach your arms back out to a T with your palms facing towards each other, and see if you can draw both of your arms back behind you a little bit more. So finding more widening across the chest. And again, find that sensation at the same time of the ribs gently hugging in, strong through the core. And steady breaths here. A couple more breaths in and out. And then with your next inhale breath, circle the arms all the way back up towards the sky. Touch your palms overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to the heart space. Feel the shoulders release. And relax your hands down, and we'll come to a tabletop position towards the front of your mat. Onto your hands and knees. Wrists underneath the shoulders with the fingers spreading wide. Knees and feet about hip distance apart. Inhale, lower your belly into your cow pose, opening up through the chest. And then exhale and round up through the spine, cat pose, chin to chest, belly draws in. And continue with the breath. Inhale, opening up through the heart space. Exhale, round up through the spine. Just continue to gently warm up through the spine. And after your next round, coming back to a neutral spine, hugging the core in. Keep your shoulders aligned over the wrists, and then step your feet back one at a time into your plank position. Shoulders over the wrists, heels draw back. Find that straight line of energy through the body. Take one more inhale here. And then as you exhale, using strength of the core, lift the hips all the way up and back to your downward dog. And gliding between plank and downward dog to warm up the shoulders a bit more. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Exhale, strong core, lifting the hips up and back. And again, inhale, gliding forward, shoulders over the wrists into plank position. Exhale, shift the hips all the way up and back. And one more with the breath. Inhale, gliding forward. Exhale, lift the hips all the way up and back. And then from your downward dog, inhale to lift the heels up high. Keep your heels lifted. Bend your knees, look between your palms, and you're going to walk, step, or gently float your feet up to your hands to where you're gazing. Melt in to your fold, and inhale, rise up with a halfway flat spine, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold back down, Uttanasana. And rise all the way to standing, sweeping your arms up, touching palms overhead at the top of the breath. Exhale, hands to heart space. Inhale, sweeping the arms up, lifting up through the body. Exhale, hinging at the hips, folding in. And rise up halfway, flat spine. Exhale, step it back to your plank position. Pause in your plank. And with your inhale, shift your shoulders forward beyond the wrist. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down in one piece to your belly. Toes point back. Press the tops of the feet into the ground. Take your fingertips off of your mat and in line with your shoulders. Come up high to your fingertips, elbows stack over the wrists. And with your inhale, lift to this bit of a higher cobra. We're going to circle the chest around. So drop your chest towards your mat, circle it over towards the right, take it back up high over towards the left. And just make these rotations in the chest. Stay strong through the legs. You'll feel a stretch to the sides of the waist. And the next time you come up high, just start to circle in the opposite way. A few big circles. And so come back up to your high cobra. Exhale, float your chest back down. And hands by your chest, tuck your toes, engage your core, press up to plank. Feel free to use your knees for that extra support. Exhale, lift the hips all the way up and back into your downward dog. Inhale, rising again to the balls of the feet. Exhale, bend your knees, gazing forward, walk, step, or float your feet up to your hands. Inhale, brings you up with a flat spine. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold back down. Rise all the way to standing, sweeping arms up, touching palms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Surya A, inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Rise up halfway, inhale. Exhale, step it back to plank or float it back to your chaturanga, lowering with control. Toes point back, rise to cobra or upward dog if you're ready. And exhale, lift the hips all the way up and back, downward dog. And steady breaths here. And walk, step or float the feet up to the hands, back to your forward fold, rise up halfway. Exhale, fold it back down and rise all the way up to standing, sweeping your arms up, touching palms overhead at the top of the breath. Exhale, hands to heart space. One more round together. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Rise up halfway, flat spine. Exhale, step it back or float it back. Vinyasa. And just remember, vinyasas are always optional. You can always go straight into your downward dog as you'd like. And walk, step, or float your feet back up to your hands, back to your forward fold. Rise up halfway with your inhale. Exhale, fold back down. Rise all the way up to standing, sweeping arms up, touching palms overhead at the top of the breath. Exhale, hands to heart space. And straight into Surya B, bend your knees, sweep your arms up, sit back, Utkatasana. So we'll take this first round a little slower, pausing in each pose. So hug your core in, opening up through the chest. Reaching up through the fingertips, and as you find the strength up through the fingertips, still keep your shoulders relaxed. Can you sit your hips down a little bit lower, staying grounded through the heels? One more inhale breath. Exhale, fold forward over the thighs. Rise up halfway, inhale. Exhale, step it back or float it back. Vinyasa, or straight back into your downward dog. With your inhale, reach your right leg up and back, three-legged downward dog. And as you exhale, use your core strength to step your foot all the way through between your palms. Spin your back heel down with your heels aligned or feet a little bit wider. Rise facing towards the front of your mat, warrior one. So you want your hip points to be pointing forward in your warrior one. Shoulders and chest are aligned over your hips. And steady breaths here. Feel the outer edge of your back foot really grounded down, and right knee stacks over the right heel. And on your next inhale, maybe you touch your palms and gaze up for the last breath in. Exhale all the way to chaturanga, so punching your palms down, same breath out, lowering down. Toes point back, rise to your cobra or upward dog. Exhale, lifting the hips all the way up and back to your downward dog. Inhale the left leg up and back and use the strength of the core to step your foot all the way through between your palms. Spin your back heel down. Feet are heel to heel or a little bit wider so that as you rise up, your hips are pointing forward. Chest is pointing forward. Your back heel is glued down to the mat. The outer edge of the back foot is glued down to the mat. And steady breaths. And feeling the length from the base of the spine all the way through the crown of the head, through the sides of the waist, all the way to the fingertips. Maybe touch your palms together. One more inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, hands to the earth. Step it back. Same breath lowers you down. Toes point back, rise up to your back bend. And exhale, lift the hips up and back to your downward dog. Pause and breathe here. Walk, step, or float the feet up to your hands. Forward fold, rise up halfway. Exhale, fold it back down. And back to your chair pose, Utkatasana. Bend your knees, lifting up through the arms, through the chest. Press into your feet, rise to stand, touching palms. Exhale, hands to the heart. A bit more fluid, bend your knees. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Rise up halfway. Exhale, step it back or float it back through your vinyasa. Inhale brings you to your back bend. And exhale, lifting the hips all the way up and back, downward dog. Without lifting your right foot this time, use your core to just step your foot all the way through between your palms, spin your back heel down. Inhale, rising to the top, warrior one, maybe touching palms. Exhale, long breath out all the way to your chaturanga. Inhale, rising to your back bend. Exhale, hips up and back, downward dog. And again, without first lifting your left leg, step it all the way through, spin your back heel down, rise to the top, warrior one. Exhale, chaturanga, all the way down in one breath, nice and smooth. Toes point back, inhale, rise to your back bend. Exhale, downward dog. Pause and breathe. And walk, step, or float your feet up to your hands, back to your forward fold, rise up halfway. Exhale, deep fold, back down, back to your chair pose, bending your knees, sweep your arms up, sitting back. Press into your feet, rise all the way up to standing, touch your palms. Exhale, hands to the heart. And just take a full breath here, big inhale. And through the mouth, let it go. Relax your arms down, inhale, circling the arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward and let it go. Rise up halfway. Exhale, step it back or float it back through your vinyasa or straight back into your downward dog. Inhale your right leg up and back and stack your hip open and bend your knee. And as you're in this position, flex and point your foot. Feel the control that you have in your ankle. And with your next inhale, extend your leg straight. Flex your foot so all your toes are pointing down as your hips level out. Bring your right knee to your right shoulder or tricep. Shift your shoulders over your wrists. Inhale, extend it back. 2 more times, knee to the right arm, nice and high. Inhale, extend it back. 1 more time, knee to the right arm, nice and high to the arm. Keep your shoulders over your wrists. Bring the knee between the arms and then lightly step your foot through between your palms. Lower your left knee down gently, point your left toes back. Lift up through the arms, through the fingertips. And as you exhale, open through the elbows, widen across your chest. Take your fingertips behind your head. Hug your lower ribs in to strengthen through the core and feel the chest widening apart. And take 1 more inhale breath, upright through the crown of the head. Exhale, keeping your elbows open, twist towards the right side. And do the work in your chest to keep the elbows nice and wide. And then from here, take your right fingertips back. Reach your left fingertips forward, splitting the arms open. Take your right fingertips to the back of your left thigh as you inhale, sweep up through the left arm. You can follow the fingertips with the gaze. 1 more inhale breath. And then as you exhale, take your hands down on the inside of your left foot. Tuck your back toes under and lift your left knee up. You're gonna walk your hands, pivot your feet over towards the left side, and bend into your left knee towards the back of your mat into Skandasana. So you can keep your fingertips onto the ground. You can float your hands to the heart. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, bend into your right knee. Inhale, coming back up through center. Again, bend into your left knee. Inhale, coming back up through center, bend into your right knee. And then walk your hands, turn your toes all the way forward, back into your lunge. Plant your palms. Right leg back up towards the sky. 3-legged downward dog, hips level. Set your right foot down. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Lower, slow chaturanga. Toes point back as you rise. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale, lift the hips all the way up and back to your downward dog. Inhale your left leg up and back. Stack your hip open and bend your knee. And again here, just stretching into the ankle, flex and point the foot.
Just remembering the difference. And then keep your foot flexed, extend your left leg all the way back so that your hips are level, toes are pointing down, and shift forward, left knee to the left shoulder or tricep. Inhale, extend it back. 2 more times, knee to the left arm, shifting your shoulders forward. Inhale, extend it back. 1 more time, knee to the left arm, keep your shoulders over your wrist. Take your knee between the arms, lightly step your foot all the way through between your palms. Right knee lowers down, point your right toes back. Lift up through the arms, through the fingertips, all the way up. Exhale, open through the elbows, widen across the chest. Take your fingertips behind your head. Open up through the heart space. And again, engage your lower ribs, hug in your core, and steady breaths in and out. And keeping your elbows wide open, take 1 more inhale breath. Exhale, twist to the left, opening up. Feel the muscles in the back, helping you to twist. See if you can open up the elbows a bit wider and then use the arms to help you twist. Left fingertips back, right fingertips forward. Find this stretch. Still strengthening through the core. Take your left fingertips to the back of your right thigh. Inhale, sweeping your right arm up towards the sky. And then exhale, bring your fingertips down on the inside of your left foot. Lift your back knee up. You're going to walk your hands, pivot your feet all the way over towards the right side of your mat. Bend into your right knee towards the back of our space. And again, you can keep your fingertips to the ground for more support or float your hands up to the heart. Inhale, coming up through center. Exhale, bend into your left knee. Stay low through the chest. Inhale up through center. Bend into your right knee. Inhale, pressing the legs straight. Bend into your left knee. And take your fingertips down. We're going to come all the way to walk forward into a lunge. Toes pointing forward, plant your palms. Take your left leg back up towards the sky. Take your left foot down to the ground. Inhale, shift forward to plank, shoulders over your wrists. Lower slow, chaturanga. Toes point back, rise to your back bend, open through the heart space. Exhale, lift the hips all the way up and back. Downward dog. And just take a full breath in through the nose. And sigh it out through the mouth, let it all go. Inhale your right leg up and back, 3-legged downward dog. Stack your hip open and bend your knee. Inhale, extend your legs straight back with your hips level. Flex the foot, cross your knee to the left arm, shoulders over your wrists. Inhale, extend your legs straight back. 2 more times, knee to the outside of the left. Inhale, extend it back. 1 more time, knee to the left arm. Now keep your shoulders over your wrist. Bring your knee between the arms, step it all the way through. Set up your feet about hip distance. We're going to rise facing forward to high crescent. Sweep up through the arms, through the chest. Exhale, open through the elbows, widen across the heart. Take your fingertips behind the head. And then gently turn your chest open towards the right side, keeping your elbows nice and wide open. Now take your right fingertips towards the back of our space. Take your left fingertips forward. And then take the right fingertips to the back of the leg. Inhale, sweep your left arm up and back. Exhale, circle your hands all the way down on the inside of your right foot. You're going to walk your hands, pivot your feet towards the left side of the mat. Bend into your left knee, Skandasana towards the back. And now bring your right fingertips underneath the chest. Sweep your left arm up towards the sky. Bend your left elbow, left fingertips behind the head. And take another inhale here, lengthening through the crown of the head. As you exhale, you're going to crunch your chest in, left elbow to the inside of the right elbow. Inhale, turn your chest back open. 2 more times, elbow to elbow, crunching in. Inhale and lift. And 1 more time, left elbow touches the inside of the right. Inhale, lift it up. Take your left fingertips back up towards the sky. And then sweep your left hand down. You're going to walk your hands along the edge of the mat, back to your lunge. And now into a standing splits. Fingertips down, left leg lifts up. Your version of balance. You can keep your fingertips grounded. You can balance 1 or both hands onto your ankle or calf. If handstands are a part of your practice, you can practice a few little hops up. And ground your fingertips, bring your feet back together at the top of our space, rise up halfway. Exhale, fold it back down into chair, bend your knees, sweep your arms up, sit back and touch your palms. Hands to the heart. As you exhale, twist to your right. Take your left elbow to the outside of the knee, pressing the palms together, opening up through the heart space. Keep your knees and hips in line. Lengthen through the crown of the head and press your palms together to turn your chest open. And stay grounded through the heels. Inhale, take your chest and arms back up through center. Exhale, fold forward, let it all go. Rise up halfway, flat spine. Exhale, step it back or float it back, Vinyasa. Or straight back into your downward dog, taking your time as you move through with breath. Inhale your left leg up and back. Stack your hip open and bend your knee on this side. Inhale, extend your leg straight back, level through the hips. Exhale, knee to the right arm, shifting forward. Inhale, extend it back. 2 more times, knee to the right arm. Inhale, extend it back. 1 more time, knee to the right arm, shoulders shift forward. Take your knee between the arms and step it all the way through between your palms. Feet are hip distance apart. Rise up, high crescent lunge, facing forward. Exhale, open through the elbows, widen across the chest, fingertips to the back of the head. And slowly turn your chest open towards the left side. Keep widening the elbows apart. And take your left fingertips back, right fingertips forward. Widening across the chest here. Take your left hand to the back of the right thigh. Inhale, sweeping your right arm all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, circling your hands down on the inside of your left foot. Walk your hands, pivot your feet all the way along the edge of the mat. Skandasana towards the back, bending into your right knee. Take your left fingertips underneath the chest. Sweep your right arm up towards the sky. And bend your right elbow, fingertips behind the head. 1 more inhale to lift up through the chest, through the elbow. Exhale, crunching in, right elbow to the inner edge of the left. Inhale, open it back up. 2 more times, crunching in. Inhale, open it up. And 1 more time, elbow to elbow, crunching in. Inhale, open it back up. Take your right fingertips up towards the sky and sweep this hand down. Walk along the edge of the mat, come back to a lunge facing forward. Standing splits, right leg lifts up, folding your chest in. Relax your head and neck down. Shoulders are lifting up and away from the ears. Find your sense of balance. And ground your fingertips, bring your feet together, rise up with a flat spine, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, deep fold, Uttanasana. Back to your chair, bend your knees, sweep your arms up, touch your palms. Exhale, hands to the heart, go for a deep twist over towards the left, right elbow to the outside of the knee. Lengthening through the heart space, pressing your palms together, breathing. And keeping your feet grounded. Inhale, arms and chest rise, back up through center. Exhale, fold forward, let it all go. Rise up, halfway flat spine. Exhale, step it back or float it back, Vinyasa. Or straight back into your downward dog, moving through with the breath. And take another full breath in through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth, let it go. Gently lower your knees down, shift your hips back towards your heels. Child's pose. Let your forehead rest. Let your forearms reach forward, or you can gently rest the arms back to the outsides of the legs. And breathe here, just coming back to that sense of stillness and grounding. Feel the breath and the heat that you're building in the body. Take another full breath in, and through the mouth, let it go. And start to make your way back to your downward dog, rising up to your hands and knees. Tuck your toes, lift your hips all the way up and back. Take your right leg, inhale and stretch it up and back. Stack your hip open and bend your knee. Extend your legs straight, knee to chest. Step your foot all the way through between your palms. Spin your back heel down with your feet aligned. Rise up to warrior 2, turning your chest open towards the left side. As you inhale, straighten your right leg, reach both arms up towards the sky. Reset your feet so your heels are in, toes are out. Turning your chest towards the left side of your mat. And as you exhale, come down into a big squat. Hands to the heart space. Knees are tracking over the toes. Circle your arms up, out and around. And then as you exhale, open through the elbows, widen across the chest. Take your fingertips behind your head. Take an inhale here. Exhale, take your right elbow towards your right knee. Inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, left elbow towards the left knee. Inhale, come back up through center. Right elbow back towards your right knee. And then set your right forearm on top of the knee or thigh with your palm facing up. And then from here, we're going to reset the back leg. Press your left leg, your back leg straight. Turn your toes in to point towards your top left corner of the room. Feel your hips start to rotate a bit. and turn your right toes straight forward. So here we are in a side angle variation. And keeping the left fingertips behind your head, lean your head back into the hands so you feel your chest spin open. Maybe your gaze turns open towards the sky. Keep this rotation of the chest, and then lengthen your left arm alongside the ear. If you want to take your right hand down to the ground or to a prop or a block, you can do that to make this deeper. Inhale, reach it back to reverse warrior, nice long stretch back. Exhale, back into that extended side angle pose. Take your top arm all the way alongside the ear. And again, feel that rotation open of the chest. Once again, bend your left elbow, fingertips behind the head. We're going to take your gaze down. Try to keep this left elbow open towards the sky as you shift into half moon Ardha Chandrasana. Right fingertips to the ground or to a block. Left leg lifts. Chest is open, elbows pointing up towards the sky. Keep your right toes pointing straight forward. And steady breaths in your balance. Can you get lighter on your right fingertips and lengthen through the body? Last couple of breaths, extend your left fingertips all the way up towards the sky. One more inhale breath. Exhale, big step back into reverse warrior. Plant your back foot down, circle your arms and chest all the way back. Soften the shoulders, take one more inhale breath. And then exhale, circle your hands all the way down to the earth. Plant your palms, step it back to plank. Lower slow chaturanga. Toes point back, inhale, rise to your back bend. And exhale, lift the hips all the way up and back to your downward dog. Inhale your left leg up and back and stack your hip open and bend your knee. Inhale, extend your legs straight back. Knee to chest, knee to nose, step your foot all the way through between your palms. Right heel spins down, rise up, open up to your warrior two. And straighten your left knee, reach both arms up towards the sky. Reset your feet, heels in, toes out as you face towards the right side. Down into your squat. And steady breaths here. And we're going to hold here a little bit longer. Press the hands to the heart. Keep your chest open. Feel the work into the legs. Steady breaths in, full breaths out. And on your inhale, circle your arms up. And then as you exhale, open through the elbows, open up through the chest. Take your fingertips behind the head. Take your left elbow towards your left knee. Inhale, coming back up through center. Exhale, right elbow towards the right knee. Inhale, come back up through center. Left elbow towards the left knee. And then bring this forearm on top of the thigh with your palm facing up. Your right leg, your leg towards the back of the mat. Straighten it out and rotate your toes towards the top right corner of your mat. Feel your left toes point straight towards the front. So again, here our body's in this variation of an extended side angle. Rotate your chest open. You can lean your head back into your right hand. And keeping this rotation of the chest open, take your right arm, extend it forward alongside the ear. Option to deepen this pose, left hand to the ground or to a prop. Deep bend into your front knee. Strengthen, grounding through the feet. Inhale, reach it all the way up and back to reverse warrior. Exhale, back into your extended side angle, taking your top arm all the way forward alongside the ear. Remember that open rotation through the chest. Bend your right elbow, fingertips behind the head, shift your gaze down, but keep your elbow lifting high as you float into half moon Ardha Chandrasana, fingertips underneath the shoulder, right leg lifts up. And do the work to open through the chest. Find your balance, flex your right foot, toes are pointing towards the sidewall. And pressing your standing leg nice and straight. Can you get lighter into your left fingertips? Lengthening through the body, steady through the breath. Nice, last couple of breaths. Reach your right fingertips up towards the sky. One more inhale breath, opening up across all of your limbs. Exhale, float it back to reverse warrior, planting your feet down, circling your arms and chest all the way back. Soften the shoulders, one more inhale breath. And exhale, circle your hands all the way down to the earth. Step it back to plank. Lower slow chaturanga. Toes point back, rise to your back bend. Exhale, lift the hips all the way up and back to your downward dog. Take another full breath in through the nose and sigh it out through the mouth. Let it go. Inhale your right leg up and back. Knee to chest, knee to nose. Step it all the way through between your palms and spin your back heel down. Rise up to your warrior two. Chest opens up towards the left side. Straighten your front knee, reach both arms up towards the sky. Passing back through your warrior two, bend into your right knee. Take your hands behind you and lace up the fingertips. Good. Inhale, lean your chest back. Point your knuckles towards your front foot. And then from here, we're gonna hover our chest forward, almost like a side angle pose, keeping the hands laced up behind you. Feel that rotation of the chest open. Good. From here, we're gonna split the arms open to a side angle pose, forearm to the thigh or hands to the ground, opening up through the chest. And then start to make your way into your half moon once again, floating forward, right fingertips catch the ground in front of the foot. Steady full breaths in and out. And we'll give you one more option here for your arms if you want to take it. See if you can take your left hand, first start it just grounding it on top of the side body, right to the side of the thigh. Maybe you start to reach your right arm back alongside the right side of the body. And then if you have your balance, you might catch your hands, interlace them behind your back. Keep your chest rotating open. And if at any time you need the ground to support you, it's right there. Take one more inhale breath, just opening up. Exhale, big step back, reverse warrior. Relax the shoulders, take one more inhale. Exhale, circle the hands all the way down to the earth. Step it back to plank position, lower chaturanga. Inhale, pressing the earth away, rise to your back bend. And exhale, lift the hips all the way up and back, downward dog. Inhale your left leg up and back. And step it all the way through between your palms. Spin your right heel down, rise up, open up to your warrior two. Straighten your front knee, reach both arms up towards the sky. And exhale into passing through warrior two. Take your hands, lace up your fingers behind your back. Lean your chest back, this version of reverse warrior, knuckles point towards your front foot. Exhale, heart forward, point your knuckles towards your back foot. Keep the rotation of the chest open, and then split the arms open to your side angle pose. Your version. You can shift the gaze down so you catch your balance, left fingertips in front of your left foot, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. And find this full extension. You can stay right here. You can come out of it anytime. And if you want to play with your balance in that same way we did on the other side, start by taking your right arm right on top of the side waist. And start to float your left fingertips back. Maybe you can catch the fingers behind you, lacing the fingers up, keeping your chest opening up towards the side, flexing through the foot. And finding your grounding once again. Big step back, reverse warrior. Plant the feet down. Circle your arms all the way up and back. One more inhale breath. Exhale, take your hands all the way down towards the earth. Step it back to plank position. Lower slow. Inhale, rising up to your back bend. Lift the hips all the way up and back to your downward dog. Take a full breath in. Through the mouth, let it go. Lower your knees down, come up onto your fingertips. So this tabletop position, variation of coming up high to your fingertips, draw the heart forward, open through the chest like a cow pose. Exhale, round up through the spine, cat pose, high onto the fingertips. Do a few more rounds, feel this stretch in the upper back. Come back to a normal spine. And then keep your hips over your heels. We're going to walk the hands forward as far as you can. Anahatasana, heart opening pose. You can keep your fingertips tented up. You can rest your forehead onto the ground. If that's too intense, you can always flatten your palms. And if you have more openness in the heart space, let your heart melt onto the earth. Take your gaze forward. Heart and chin touch down. Breathing wherever you are. Flatten your palms, start to walk your hands back, coming back up to a tabletop, back to all fours. And from here, just shift the hips side to side. You can take your head side to side, loosen it up a bit. And just as we did in more of a cobra pose from here, we're going to circle your chest down towards the earth, over towards the right, up, and over towards the left. Finding that rotation across the chest and shoulders. And then reverse the circles in the opposite way. And come back to all fours, back to neutral. Take a full breath in.
Through the mouth, let it go. Walk your hands back. Sitting on your heels with your toes either pointing back or toes tucked under. Bring your hands to the tops of the thighs. Sit up tall, aligning your spine. Take a moment with your eyes relaxed, closed. Option to turn your palms to face up. Just placing yourself in a position open to receiving. And find stillness of the body. And try to let the mind follow suit. Take another full breath in through the nose and sigh it out through the mouth. Let it all go. And gently open up the eyes. And you're going to sweep your legs towards the front of your mat. And extend your left leg forward. Bend your right knee out to the side with the bottom of the foot touching the inside of the leg. Keep your left foot flexed. With your inhale, sit up tall, reaching up through the fingertips. As you exhale, hinge at the hips, folding over your left leg, melting in. Find this opening into the back of the leg. Let your head, neck, and shoulders rest. Couple more breaths. Find ease. Then use your hands to help walk yourself all the way back up to seated. And take your right hand behind your hips with your fingers pointing back and flatten your palm down. Take your left arm in front of you and turn your palm to face up. And from here, we're going to lift the hips up. Sweep this left arm up towards the sky. You can press into your left foot to find this back bend shape, opening up through the heart space. And then as you exhale, sit your hips back down, reach your left palm forward, facing up. We're going to do that 2 more times with the breath. So inhale, sweeping this arm up, lift the hips up and back. And exhale, slowly sitting the hips down, reaching your left arm forward. This last one will hold into the back bend. So lift up, open up through the chest. And from here, bend your left elbow, take your fingertips behind the head. Lean your head back into the hand a bit, open up through the chest a little bit more. And gently start to sit your hips back down. Just bringing your hands to the outsides of the hips as you turn your chest forward, switch sides. Right leg extends forward. Open your left knee out towards the left. Inhale, sweep both arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hinge at your hips and fold in. And breathing into this space. And last few breaths. And use your hands to walk yourself all the way back up to seated. Now left hand behind you with the fingers pointing back, ground through the palm. Reach your right arm in front of you with your palm facing up. And with your inhale, lift the hips up, find this back bend shape, sweeping the right arm towards the back of our space. Exhale, nice and fluid, sit your hips down, reach your right arm forward once again. 2 more times. Inhale, lifting up through the hips, reaching your right arm back. Exhale, gently release. And 1 more with the breath, holding into the back bend shape, lifting up. And steady breaths here. Bend your right elbow, take your fingertips behind your head. Can you open through the chest a little bit more? And start to gently sit your hips down. Just release your hands back down. And bend your knees up. Sit right towards the middle of your mat if you're not already there. Use your hands and arms to support you, rolling all the way down the spine. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Gently rock side to side. Come into a quick happy baby pose, separating the knees, pointing the bottoms of the feet up, and holding around the outer edges of the feet. Lengthen through the tailbone, relax your head, neck, and shoulders. And bring your knees back in towards your chest.
Twist your left knees over towards the left side. You can open up the arms or bend the elbows, option to gaze over your right shoulder. Feel free to let your eyes relax, close, resetting the spine. Bring your head and your knees back up through center. Twist into the opposite way. Bring your head and your knees back up through center. Grounding through your feet, realign your hips with your spine if you move the hips at all. And set up for your final resting pose, Shavasana. Your most comfortable rested shape. You can lay down flat, you can bend your knees up. You can rest with your feet touching, knees open out to the sides. Let your arms relax away from the body, gently turning the palms to face up. And soften the eyes to rest closed. One more full breath in through the nose, expanding through the lungs fully. And sigh it all out through the mouth, let it go. And find that full sense of release through the entire body. Let go of all effort in the physical body and in the mind as well. Surrendering effort into ease. Feel your face soften, feel the eyes relax back, feel your jaw relax. Shoulders are heavy, belly soft, hips heavy. Relaxing all the way down through the arms into the fingers and all the way down through the legs into the toes. Receive all the benefits of your strong practice today. And as you continue to rest, just bring your awareness to the state of your being. And if you've felt calm and at ease lately, how can you share that with others? And if for any reason you've experienced stress or anxiety, can you tune back into the breath? And can you count on others to help lift you back up? And I invite you to stay here in your Shavasana as long as you'd like. And if you're ready to close up your practice, take a fuller breath in and a fuller breath out. And on your next inhale, reach your arms all the way back behind you and just find a nice long stretch from end to end. Start to gently bend your knees up, planting your feet down onto the earth. Roll over onto your favorite side for a fetal position. Feel the grounding and support of the earth beneath you. Take another full breath in. And through the mouth, let it go. And still keeping your eyes closed, can you trust the wisdom of your body? Use your hands and arms to press yourself up to your meditation seat. Tall spine, comfortable seat. Touch your palms together in front of the heart space. And I invite you to chant with me the sound of Om. So together, taking an inhale. Om. And feel the vibration of sound that travels through the body, creating peace and healing. And the sound of Om is said to encompass all the sounds of the universe. A reminder that we are all connected, we are all one. And I thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. From my heart to yours, namaste.